Episode 1 here. I'm going to use it's not an everyday example, okay, but it's a real example. It's a real story. Let's take a look at the payments industry in the United States of America. Very old school, bureaucratic, traditional ways of sending money, receiving money. 2020, 2021, COVID. Tough times, yeah. Hundreds of payment processors, mountains of paperwork just to accept someone's money, chunky terminals sitting on counters like relics from some other era. And then guess what happened? COVID came. Bam! All of a sudden, overnight, man, businesses shut down. Physical businesses shut down. Folks got laid off. But guess what? The bills still need to be paid. And everyone had to somehow think of a pivot, including yours truly. But I stepped back and I said, I look at the highway and I saw a gap. I saw a lane that didn't exist. And I knew who exactly that lane was meant to be built for. The food truck selling tacos, the mobile plumber, the jewelry designer at the flea market, the mom selling her baked cookies in the neighborhood, and the solopreneur working from their car. No fixed address. They're not interested in filling out all this paperwork and having all these clunky terminals. They had a phone and a hustle, but a payment they couldn't take. And it came to me. We launched the first soft POS in the USA, Tap to Pay, where all you needed was a phone to be able to accept a payment, become your own business, your own mobile business. And we did this in partnership with Visa. You see, folks, innovation is not about doing something crazy. It's about just taking a traditional business model and flipping the script. Now, what I want you to understand here is that we didn't enter into an existing lane. We built one. Okay? And this thing is not really about the story. A good example. It's not really even about payments. And it's definitely not about me. It's about what happens when you stop looking at the market the way that everyone else is looking at it. And when you stop asking, how do I compete here? And you start asking, what's missing that nobody else is building? I've done this more than once. Not always perfectly. Definitely not profitably. But I've been very consistent across different industries, different geographies, different problems, mixing with different cultures. And all throughout, I kept finding the same thing. The most valuable space in any market is the one that doesn't exist yet. So, to the founders and the businesses that are quietly struggling right now, because I know times are hard, it's a tough space to be in right now. Trust me, you're not struggling because you're bad at what you do. I know a lot of you guys, you've got superior products, super services, exceptional services because you're an exceptional person, but you're operating in a lane that was designed for someone else and built by someone else. That lane was not built for you. That lane is the system, the status quo. So while you're racing hard, you're racing in traffic. That's why your progress is slow. So over the next 5 episodes, I'm going to break down exactly how I think about this and how I think we should think about this. It's not theory. It's not frameworks from some textbook. These are real decisions, real mistakes made in the real field, in the trenches. I've spent 25, 30 years in the trenches. We're building something called the 6th lane. Because right now, in whatever market you're in, there are 5 lanes full of traffic, full of noise, full of people roughly doing the same thing. And then you start asking yourself, why is it getting so hard? It's hard because lane 6 is empty. Not because nobody wants it, it's because nobody can see it and nobody has built it. That's where you and I come in. That's what we're here to talk about. Lane 6. It's all yours. I'll see you in episode 2.